Good evening, everyone. Let's see that everything is working well. Here we are, here we are. This is a Thursday night live. Hello to everyone. Some of us has put timers to be here. Hello from London. Hello from Armadale. Hi, Ellie. We just spoke, right? And Kate, good evening. Let me smoke the air a little bit. How are we going? What's happening? How's the weather in London? And how are we doing? So let me burn some sage. I just spoke with two lovely girls who wants to book their aura reading for next week. So I'll pop in and I'll say hello. Weather is average. It sounds almost like the Melbourne weather. That's all I can say. So today has been a very hectic day, but very fruitful day. So I'm happy with that. And I hope that... How was your week? Tell me about your week. Did you have a good week? Here we go. So, yes, thank you for the text, Ms. Alana, that I know that you're watching now. So today we are going to talk about how to stay zen within the eye of the storm. So a lot of time, and especially now with the eclipse season, hey Charmaine, a lot of time, and especially now with this crazy eclipse season, everything is going to move and to be in a very intense and hectic way. Sorry, my daughter bought me a shetty. A bit embarrassing, but I was thirsty. Hey Daphne. So, how are you feeling with this very intense energy? What I found this week that we had many opportunities to react and to respond. However, it's like we choose whether we want to do it or not. And how do we choose to do that? Like, are you reacting or are you responding more? Can you write to me? Are you responding or reacting? If you are reacting, that means that it's under, it looks as if I'm smoking, but I'm not. Only smoking sage. And who else is here? Who else here is on Facebook? Trying to see what it is. Both, you're reacting and responding. This week you're just chilling out. That's good. A bit of both, okay? So basically what's been happening, you've been tested, or we've been tested by the universe and checking out if you're gonna react or if you're gonna respond. Now, I've watched this week, I don't know if any of you got my newsletter or not, but the newsletter has been, I found, pretty profound, because I've watched this week the series of Moses, Testament of Moses. It's on Netflix. And really one of the main things that I felt and I saw was that faith that he has and that trust that God wouldn't ask from anything without a reason. And actually one of the reasons, which wasn't written there, but one of the reasons that Moses didn't get to the promised land was because that he didn't trust God and he hit the rock with his staff instead of speaking to it. And there are consequences. So even when you're big with your energy, big with a lot of these, when you're doing the work and when you are connected and when you're feeling that, you know, yep, I've got it, sometimes you actually can fail on the little things. And how do you fail on the little things? You only fail when you lose your trust, when you lose your faith, even in yourself. When you go into the darkness, when you go into that negativity, that spot within yourself that you can't see, that you don't feel, that you don't know, then it's going to stop you from actually being in your energy, in your power. And that is the problem. I hope that you all remember like that Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. Even if I go walk in the valley of death, I shall not fear. And this is when it is different. Hi Eddie, hi Maya, hi 888 Leonie. So, and Hazel. So where do you see or feel yourself within your own faith, within your own trust, within yourself? Are you losing faith or are you joining? When things are challenging, like I have a very dear friend and we clearly had a very big misunderstanding. And I knew if I'm going to react, it's going to be very much a problem. And I was like, what is she actually saying? What is she actually saying? At the beginning, I took things personal and they were like, no. Let's try to see what is really happening here. And I've acknowledged what I said, and then she acknowledged what she said, and we're good again. Like we were not really bad, but it's like when you have that lack of communication and we assume things, then we actually cannot function to our top level. Does that make sense? So how many times people assume things? How many times people think or process or don't process? They just get it and they get overwhelmed. Are you getting how easy is it for you to get overwhelmed or to stay cool, calm and collected? If you're able to stay more cool, calm and collected, then your life is going to be so much calmer, so much easier. When you're not cool, calm and collected, you become hot, anxious and scattered. And once that you are getting scattered, that's it. Once that you feel that heat wave coming through, that's it. We are effed. It's done. It is done because the adrenaline washed, your brain shuts down, you're into fight, flight, freeze. The end, it is like problem. So how can we change this energy? How can we clear this energy and make it stronger within yourself? Do you have any idea? While I'll have another sip of the shea tea. Today I'm like still real exercise clothes. Tell me, are you reacting? Are you responding? Are you keeping yourself in the flow? I know it's bubble tea with no sugar. I think. No sugar. So I can still keep my diet but enjoy it. I think I'm actually shed 14 kilos by now. Tomorrow I'm measuring. I reckon I'm close to 80 centimeters of shredding the fat. 80 centimeters. I'm putting a bet. A month ago it was 60. I bet you I've done some more. Anyway, that's not the subject now. Are you reacting or are you responding? Are you overwhelmed or can you stay cool, calm and collected? Yes, Daphne, in Uluru I've gained 1 kilo with all the lamb chops and the yummy food. But then I've shed it already. So, yes. And I've shed some more after that. So tell me, come on. When you are getting and losing that, what is happening? Thank you so much. Yeah, I've lost a chin or two. But yes. So how are you responding or reacting? So let me take you to the next level. Overwhelmed at the moment, of course. Let me take you to the next step of it. The next step is that you need to identify what part in you is actually reacting, okay? Which part in you is making, which part of you is actually reacting? Is it your current self? Is it the adult? Or perhaps it's a part of you that feels originally that they need to fix it. So yesterday I had a client, amazing client, mastermind. She creates so much stuff and she's so talented. And so, hi Nikki, she's so talented, she's so capable. Yet, when it gets into stress, she tries to fix everyone. But why is that? Because when she was 7, her mom had a nervous breakdown. And as the older sister, she had to jump and to do. So her brother was doing sport, even though he was older. The younger sister was too young. So my client had to step up and to fix it and to do it and to move it. And no matter what she does, it's like it wasn't enough, because no praises, because the father was helping the mother. The other siblings couldn't do anything. And she has stayed, even though she's like 47, say not 7, but 47. 40 years later, she's still doing the same pattern, fixing everyone, pardon me, when it's that time of stress. Does that make sense? So then I ask you, what is the source of that stress of yours? When did you start doing it? When did you start to solve problems, if that's what you do? So just you take space when you're overwhelmed to reset. What put you in this overwhelm? Okay? What put you? So when I heard what I said to you before about my friend, I heard that I wasn't doing enough. I heard, she didn't say it. She repeatedly, she said. And because I was responsible to do something, but I didn't have time to do it. So I said, I'm actually allocating time and I'm going to do it as a boom, and then it is done. Which I did today, because that's the first break that I had before I even left. My story in my head is, it's not enough, you're not doing, come on, what are you doing? Whilst I do so much, I just do, and do. And I had to actually stop and say, hang on, that's not about you. It's not what she's saying. I needed to be able to do it and listen. And I know Sharon, 53 years old, knows that. But Sharon in the past has been said, come on, do some more, do some more, do some more. And that was still file open. So what I've done, I looked at it as an opportunity to actually work on myself and to shift the energy and to clear it for myself. So every time that something is happening to you and you're being triggered, utilize it, please, as an opportunity to shift, as an opportunity to change that energy as a healing. Does that make sense? So when I'm talking to you now and I'm saying, okay, what age is it? What have you done? What is it? This is what you need to see. This is what you need to check. So give me an example, please, of an earlier age that you had to do in order to fix things and when you got overwhelmed, okay? Maybe your parents have divorced, maybe someone died, maybe even an animal passed away. Somewhere that your safety didn't continue. So can you give me an age where you felt unsafe anymore, when something had happened to you that couldn't keep you going, please? I'm so sorry, Hazel. Dad died when I was 14. 10 years old, looking after brother and sister. 12. Can you see how young it is? What do you actually know? Or even like, did you move a country? Did you move a town? Did you move a city? You know, when your father died, it's like, even though it's definitely not your fault, the burden falls on you. Does that make sense? You have the burden, and that can actually create anger. And if the parents divorced, if the parents separated, if someone has, as I said, passed away, you are being affected. You are being connected to that level of responsibility that it's not really yours. And how can we actually stay zen in the middle of the storm is, hi Ksenia, hi Diana, hi Naomi. How do you actually stay zen in the middle of the chaos? You have to stay present. You have to stay present in the right here, right now. Am I really incompetent? No. Am I really not doing enough? Definitely no. There you go. You were angry with him for a very long time while he was already gone, and you can't do anything about it, right? So then you put yourself into that state that you can never solve unless you're coming to the present. When you're coming to the present and when you're allowing yourself to be connected with who you are and what you are, you have the solution. We all have the solutions, right? So what do you do in order to stay zen? You need to, like you said, Daphne, get out and come back. Jess, you need to withdraw in order to feel connected. What do? So how many times did you compromise yourself in the name of safety? How many of you have been in relationship that were not good for them just in the name of safety and security? Oh, this person will not betray me. This person will not hurt me. This person will do only the good thing. But if you're not happy there, then it's a golden cage. That is if you're lucky. If not, it's just a cage. You know, had a chat with another client, and some of them as well. They're getting an allowance. They are getting an allowance even though that the wife is raising the children, even though the wife is taking care of everything, making it, cleaning, shopping, ironing, cooking, name it, driving, everything. But the husband is the one that goes to work. And sometimes it's the opposite, it doesn't matter, right? But the women only get the budget. But the husband couldn't go and create this big wage without the woman. In volleyball, we call it, you raise it to dunk. You prepare the ball for it, right? And as you prepare the ball for it, boom. But the other person who dunked is the one who gets the credit. But what about all the preparation? What about everything and everyone else that were part of it? And this is where people need to understand that they are a team. And we are a team that works together. And if we're not a team, like my daughter asked for me to make the food, like we're doing, it's called the Cohen diet. Someone asked me what was the diet. It's the Cohen's diet. You can Google it. But it's a very specific food. So I said, all right. Like, I'm hungry, Mom. I said, sure, I'll cook. No problem. You take it out. Cook now. I'm like, no, I'm doing one thing. Anyway, I've cooked it. And now I said, I cook, you clean. It's a team. I'm not doing everything. No way. Does that make sense? So sometimes when we just set simple boundaries and then I got a reward, right? But sometimes when we are setting the boundaries, it comes as a healthy thing. And this is what we need to remember. It is healthy. We need to set those boundaries in order to allow ourselves to connect to what we really need to do. Because if not, you will be consumed. If not, you will just lose your own flow of time. Today I visited my friend, my beautiful friend, Ksenia, and I came and they just moved to a house, so I've done a clearing on it, and that was beautiful. And then she fed me, and then she helped me with a few things. Now, I was conscious that she had to do other stuff. So I was like, okay, I need to go. No, it's okay. But if she says it's okay, because she is responsible for her time. And I was just very grateful because that was some things that I am not good at. She's like, She built this Google Docs for me, and I'm like, oh my God, how do you even do it? And she said, it's easy. I'm like, all right. But my 53-year-old self recognized it's not my strength. I'd rather ask for help on that. I don't have a problem to ask for help. I do, but not when I know that I can definitely not do that. And I'm very grateful. So in a way, when you are present, so how do you stay Zen? You stay in the present. Now, I now recognize what can go wrong. Can you recognize when you're starting to brew? If you're recognizing when you're starting to brew, then the energy will actually give you a hint and an opportunity not to react. The energy will give you an opportunity not to react. Hey, Penny. So if you've compromised relationship in your life and you were not happy, but you were there just to be secure, right? I had another client this week. At the age of 4, her mom grabbed her and her 2 siblings to escape from the bashing father. And as soon as she did this, that's all she remembered. She told me, and she's been my client for almost 20 years, and I see her whenever she needs. And she told me, I remember that I used to hide from my dad because he was unpredictable. And he could have hit, or he could have done things that were not safe for a child. So one day the mom had enough. She said, enough, we're going. This woman now, my client, she is like one of the top HR people. So I guess what I'm trying to say, even if you had a trauma happening in your life, it's not even if. Despite the traumas that you had in your life, turn it into strength, turn it into power, turn it into thrive. Remember, from survive to thrive, you are capable to shift all of this to the highest level of your being. Are we going to sit and say, oh, I had this and I had this and I had this? You can, but only to propel yourself to the next level. When you are doing it in a way that keeps you in that loop, and we spoke about it a few weeks ago, you're welcome to always go back to the old recording and just go back there. When you are stuck in the loop of the past, you can't move forward. I don't say good or not. You cannot move forward. So if you're interested to stay there, amazing, stay. Nobody asks you for anything. Do you know why nobody asks you? Because you are the one who's responsible for your life. You are the one who will be deciding. You'll be the one who'll be deciding how you function, how you do life. Do you want to do it through joy, through happiness, or do you want to do it through pain and through misery? Your choice. I know that the light will be delighted to get you happy, and the dark will be delighted to see you depressed and upset and really unhappy. But you choose. A lot of time when people sit and whinge and moan, it's like you start to collect the negativity. It's like you have a cloud that starts to come over your head, and once that you have this cloud, boom, it starts to pour with rain. It starts to become black, and then it pours with rain, and then it's a storm, and then you're totally effed up. And you can't get out of that cycle. So the only way to do it is to step away, is to say no more. Are you willing to stop that loop? Are you? So let me offer, anyone has any questions? May I offer you a solution? A little solution. The little solution is to hold and to hug your inner child. Whatever age it was, whether it was 10 or your teenager or your younger self, whenever the source was. And if you're coming for sessions, we can even go to past life, whenever it started. And then we can really clear it from the source, from the core. And it just epically clearing and cleansing, yeah? Because then you'll know not only the start of it, you will know the why. Why is it all happened, and why, and how can we actually shift it? Okay? Any questions? You know, when you are as well in the chaos, so if we'll put calm versus chaos, right? If you are in the chaos, you are most likely going to addictions. Most likely going to things that doesn't serve you anymore. I spoke before to someone and she said, I had such a long day with work. At work, I had a double shift or something, doesn't matter. She said, and I've opened a bottle of wine. I deserve it. And I'm like, what? Why do you deserve to have alcohol? Why do you need to deserve to? I listen to the language, yeah? Why do you deserve? Why do you deserve to have chocolate or deserve to have? You don't need to be deserving. If you want it, have it. It's not a reward. No addictive substance is a reward for anything. What, I had a big week, so I'll run some lines of cocaine? Or I'll take some ketamine, or I'll finish some bottles of... No, it's not a reward. Feel the difference, okay? If you want to have a glass of wine with your meal, do it. And I'm not criticizing, by the way. I'm just showing you the entrance to the chaos or the entrance to the calm. I don't want you to need to have anything, okay? I don't want you to need to have anything to make you happy. Once that you will allow yourself to connect through calmness, whatever you will have will be from thrive. You won't actually need to have anything. You can want, you can like, but you won't need it. Does that make sense? Do you have anything to say? Oh, שלום גברת מרסדס, אהובה קרני. מקווה שטוב לכם. And that was Hebrew. Do you have any questions? Okay, so how does your inner child feels now? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you sense it? Is there any specific stress that you're feeling that you need to shift at the moment? Write to me, because I can help you to shift it. Once that you're connecting to the reason of it, it can move, it can be shifted, and it can be healed and released so quickly. Does that make sense? I'll take another sip before I'll do your readings. I'm entertained from that shirty boba. So clearly no question. You are also knowing a lot. So I'll just summarize it for those who just joined us. So what part of you is reacting versus responding? And where is your safety has been betrayed? How long have you stayed in relationship that doesn't serve you anymore? Revive balance. I am now willing, ready, and able to grow. You're willing, ready, and able to grow? Well, I am. Because whatever lesson that we have, we can just shift. And the card was number 33, which is a master number. Good evening, Mr. Franz from Germany. How are we? All right, so who wants a card? I think Facebook has just won. Good on you, Charmaine. So let us do this. Okay, who wants a card? And knowing that Facebook are the first one. One day I can put a camera behind me and you can see the two of you just standing here. I need another phone. Hang on. Here we go. Thanks, Penny. With pleasure. Okay, whilst I'm shuffling, every day I'm shuffling. Oh, Janine has decided to join us as I just finished my lecture. She's just here for the cards, aren't you? Janine. All right, so let's do this. Starting, I'm late to the party. I used to have people who used to put timer to be here on time. I just stir some. And for those of us who watch us on the replay, you just need to know that I am here for you and you're welcome to listen again. Okay, so Charmaine, you do put a timer. Okay, good. Charmaine, the first card is for you. And by the way, the deck of cards is from Survive to Thrive by yours truly. You can get it on my website or just text me and I'll do that. So Charmaine, the card for you is unconditional love. Say with me, I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways of love, joy, and happiness. Okay? And by the way, the elixir for the week that I'm going to do it in live love, 10% off, is I am calm. I am calm. So if you suffer from anxiety or worried about someone's health or worried about the future or worried, just worried full stop, it is I am calm. And that's the one to be done. I'm almost positive that that's the one that I said to do. If not, I'll verify. You have it, and the whole week you can buy it, okay? So Charmaine, ultimate love. I'm now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways of love, joy, and happiness. Nikki, the card for you is refresh. The card for you is refresh. Every cell in my body feels refreshed and energized right here, right now. So that means that even if you feel tired and buggered, that's what it brings you, okay? Kate, the card for you is back to life, back to reality. I am now safe and back to life, which is good. Naomi, all the way from Sydney, right? The card for you is regeneration, regeneration. My cells are now regenerating to full capacity on all levels and dimensions. My cells are now regenerating to full capacity on all levels and dimensions. Janine, the card for you is nurturing. Clearly you need more nurturing. I now nurture myself and others with love. I now nurture myself and others with love. The card for Pete is depression, determined. I am now willing, ready, and able to do my absolute best at any given moment. And do you know why? Because that's all we can do. Okay? It's a pleasure. Francis, one for you. Depriving and replenish. I am now willing, ready, and able to nurture myself and shine my light. Okay? I'm now willing, ready, and able to nurture myself and shine my light. And the card for me, thank you for asking me to take one, is integration. I now choose to live my integrated life to the fullest potential, which means that I choose not to get stressed. I choose not to get stressed, and I choose to do it slowly but surely. And all I can tell you that now for my personal trainer, after being constantly late because I was trying to do so many things, Janine, write me a message in person and we'll talk, okay? She calls me Greenwich because I'm on time. I'm even before time. Who are you, Sharon? Uluru did good for me. So, yes. So, let's do it. All right. Anyone else from Facebook? All is good. Chrissy Marie, all the way from London. And if anyone there is still watching and didn't get a card, I can do that for you. Chrissy, the card for you is inadequate. Are you feeling a little bit inadequate? I am now willing, ready, and able to explore my personality in a loving way. So if you've been dating someone for 4 times and you're not sure what's next, you have to make sure that you are feeling right and you're feeling empowered for yourself before you can actually date with someone. And it's interesting, you know, because my friend has a birthday today, so happy birthday, Nicole. And I said, you have the power to bless me. Because people on their birthday, I don't know if you know or not, according at least to Jewish tradition, they can bless the other person or whomever they want. They have the power of blessing. So I said, I want to find the right partner. I want to find the right love in my life. And she said, but you seem pretty happy with your singlehood. I said, well, I'm working on self-love and self-care. So of course that I'm happy and I'm clearing things. I will not compromise for a lover that is not right or a partner that is not right. But I will definitely work on myself to shine my light and to shine my love, and that will attract the right person in my life. Does that make sense? So it's not about chasing, but it's about radiating your energy, and then the right person comes to you. And then the right person can be in the right team to work towards what you need. Does that make sense? Nicole, I just mentioned you about the blessing. That's my friend Nicole. She just came from her birthday dinner. So, Daphne, the card for you is universal love. How's life after Uluru, right? So I feel universal love in every cell in my body. I now feel universal love in every cell of my body. Amanda, the card for you is... Amanda, if you were worried about tomorrow, know that you are a light worker. I am a light worker. My body is in its perfect expression. Each of my cells and every strand of DNA are now in ultimate vitality. I know that you have a tear in your eye. And another card for Amy is lost, broken. I am now willing, ready, and able to love myself. Amy, time to love yourself. Okay. Sue Chang, the card for you is cooling down. Cooling down. I no longer feel overly hot and my body temperature is perfect. I am now cool, calm, and collected. I am now cool, calm, and collected. Ksenia, the card for you is burdened. I now let go of the heavy burden. I feel light and free. I now let go of the heavy burden. I feel light and free. Card for Chris. Self-love. Self-love. I am now willing, ready, and able to express my self-love at any given moment. Penny, the card for you. Nicole, do you want a card? And Carrie, would you like a card? Penny, the card for you is self-acceptance. I am now willing, ready, and able to accept myself and others. I am now willing, ready, and able to accept myself and others. Hazel, the card for you is choosing to move, trusting. Choosing to move, trusting. I choose to move forward in my life, and I am now willing, ready, and able to fly high. I choose to move forward in my life, and I am now willing, ready, and able to fly high. I did do a card for Chris. That's good. Eddie. Oh, darling. You are so beautiful. And the card for you is breaking free. I am now willing, ready, and able to thrive. I am now willing, ready. And we know that about you already. Amanda. I gave you one. I have it in the calendar. Beautiful. Love you too. Who else wants a card here? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Nicole, the card for you is melancholy. Nicole, my friend, lost her doggy, Molly. And we're just sending you such big love and big support and big calmness and peacefulness that may she go to doggy heaven. So the card for you is, I now choose to lift my sadness and fill myself with joy. I now choose to lift my sadness and fill myself with joy. I wrote nice cards, didn't I? Carrie, are you still here? How was Vietnam? The card for you is unmotivated, motivated. Of course, she went to Vietnam, and who wants to go back to work, right? I am now willing, ready, and able to be motivated and bring back the spark into my life. Anyone else? Anyone else need, want, feel like a card? I don't know who else is here, so not sure. So how do you stay zen? Stay present. Stay in your adult self. Stay strong. Stay powerful. Stay connected to who you are and what you are. Rebecca, you still came on time. So, Rebecca, the card for you is free. Free, free, free. I'm now free to be in my full potential and self-actualized. I'm now free to be in my full potential and self-actualized. Whilst, for Yanni, the card is agile. I am agile and now choose to adjust to life changes effortlessly, which is beautiful. It's a pleasure. Anyone else, anyone else, anyone else? Let me just take a general card. The general card is balanced. I want everyone to say it if you choose to. I am now in full balance in every area of my life. And even if you're not, it will take you there. I am now in full balance in every area of my life. Wonderful. All right, beautiful people. So, let me just do this. One last sage. And I just want to send you so much love and light and so much joy. Do you have any questions before we go? Go to the origin of when did it start, shift it, clear it, and then you can just move on. Okay? So until next week, come here, put the alarm. I'll see you here at 9 o'clock next Thursday. Please God, if we're still alive, we will be here. Okay? Sending you so much extra super duper love. Mwah. Be well. You're all welcome. See you Sunday. Exactly right.